My name is Kang and I'm working at the National Museum of Mongolia. And our museum is the biggest museum of Mongolia. We have around 60,000 artifacts and we displayed 6,000 of them, and we brought over 100 things for the Expo. And Mongolia is in the mobility district, which means we are trying to connect our past to present, to reflect to the future. We brought a lot of things and we put most of the things in timeline. And this one is a lacquered bowl. And actually this is wooden. It's 800 years old and found from the higher rank man's burial. Most of the Mongolian burial things are preserved really good because Mongolia is a cold country. Also the high rank people usually buried in the top of the mountain, which is really cold place. When someone die, high rank man die, they put the bowl and put something to eat. It's like meaning to the next life. He's not hungry in the next life or something. That, and here is a belt decoration, and this is from 2,000 years ago. So these people are Mongolian ancestors. Hunnu Arshanyu. And this one is a ceramic water bottle found from Sea of Japan, but outside there is a lot of barnacles because it was in the sea for 800 years, like that. And these things are from 7th century, so we have a lot of this kind of the things. And here is Mongolian house from inside. So these are walls. So Mongolian house is called gir or yurt. So it's like a round house, and they have a walls, wooden walls, and these walls can fall. It can be smaller, larger, and regular people living in a 4-wall gir and wooden chest. And actually today's Mongolia, 10% of land mass is covered by forest. So it's not that many, and Mongolian government tried to grow more trees and forests. These things are quite modern. The style is Mongolian, but some of the things the made is more modern. But this style is from the 13th century, so from Mongolian Empire time. Before Genghis Khan time, we used different type of dells, but we became big country. So there need to be different dress for different ranks. And they started new dress code for the queens, and it's here. This one is a hat decoration, and you can see that hat decoration over there. So 800 years old hat decoration found, and this one is really interesting. A lot of science fiction movies took idea from Mongolian clothes. You can see it from the Star Wars, and even they said they took idea from the Mongolian queen, and it's really interesting, like that. And this one is Mongolian high-rank men's clothes. And actually, if you see, the bottom part is like a dress. So it's easier to ride the horse. And also, the belt is really big. So when you ride the horse, the big belt covers your organs, so it's not moving around that much. So it helps you to ride the horse in a long time. You will see a lot of great pictures about Mongolia. Some of them are award-winning photographs that shows the Mongolian lifestyle. So in Mongolia, 100 years ago, we had really famous artists painting in the Mongolian style. Here is 193 countries, and almost every country is here. This is a copy one. The real one is really long, 21 meter long and 2.5 meter high. So it's really big. And for example, Mongolia is here, our capital city, right here, the Gobi Desert. And this is our governmental palace. Here is China right there. So almost every country is here. I think we are here in Dubai, right there. Burj Khalifa is there, Fly Emirates, and Persian Gulf. And Europe and North America, just like that. Almost every country is there. And it's painted in Mongolian traditional painting style. The map of Mongolia, the political map, and we have 21 provinces. And here is our capital city, Ulaanbaatar. The main meaning is red, and Baatar is hero. So our capital city name is actually Red Hero. From this time, this is more like a 20th century, 19th to 20th century things. And here is Genghis Khan right there. And most of the Mongolian soldiers are divided in two parts, the style. One is heavy armored like this, more heavier like this, and lightweight soldiers. This one is pot for tea, and actually we're drinking milk tea with the salt, so it's really interesting. And actually inside of that there is wood. So outside it's a brass and also silver, but inside there is a wood to preserve some heat. And also this one is also made from the wood actually. Yeah, this is a silver cup used by the Mongolian president in 1950s and 60s. And we call this one silver cup, but inside there is wood. There is these things. It's from 20th century, the tobacco pipe. And this one is called the snuff bottle. So inside there is powdered tobacco and you just sniff it. These things are from the National Library of Mongolia, and it shows the connection with the books and paper and things like that. And that wooden box is a box for the book. In Mongolia, we call ourselves an eternal blue sky country because 365 days, almost 320 something, is always sunny, but cold. A lot of Siberian wind blows from the north. But summertime is perfect. June, July, August. It's a perfect timing for people to come. And this one, these two objects, one is a branding iron for horse and cattle. So just like many other countries, every family had their own symbol and the branding iron for the horse, for the animal. And this one is a flint. So this one is to make fire. So you hit with a specific rock so you can make flames and make fire. So here is scripts. So actually this one is made in 17th century by the Mongolian king. And this is alphabet is combination of Sanskrit and Mongolian script. So it looks like really Indian Sanskrit, but it's kind of different. But we are not using this one that long, around 100 years or something during his time. But from this side, we have this script called Mongolian traditional script. So this one is used throughout Mongolia and from 17th century and maybe way before. And this is a diplomatic letter from Mongolian King Argung to Philip, King of France in 1289. It starts with the Mung Tingrindor, which means under the eternal blue sky. This one is really interesting artifact. This three is one book, and this is called Perfection of Wisdom. So it's a Buddhist philosophy book, and it's from the National Library of Mongolia. And the interesting thing is top and bottom cover of this book. The two cover is made from the wood, covered with the cotton and silk. So it saves the book. And actually it saved really good because this one is 200 years old. So it shows the interesting part about wood in Mongolian literacy. Here is art piece that called The Great Migration. I said many times before, we are nomadic. We move around through the season, through the different type of ecosystem. And this is one family moving to another place. And here is husband right here. And there's two camels, put a lot of loads, and these are their home. So the gear are yurt, and there's bull and cattle and things. And this is probably a grandpa, so, and the wife and the kids and dogs. So this one is a chess set from really recently made, and this is called the Shanyu chess. Each piece is different and handmade, the marble, and this is redwood. These pictures are actually from the archaeological artifact. So wood is really important in our culture, but it depends on the region actually, because in southern part there's not that many woods, so they're a little bit different. But where I came from, my parents are from this region, and there is many forest and things, and the wooden cups and the way and everything, it's really big in Mongolia. And actually our home is almost made fully from wood. And everyday life without wood, it's different story.